So we all know how great our dogs can be indoors when nothing's going on, but when it comes to staying focused during distractions, it can sometimes feel like an uphill battle. So today I want to give you 4 steps that are proven to keep your dog focused when it comes down to encountering and being around distractions. My name is Pamela Brown with Down for Paws Dog Training. We want to provide busy families like yourself simple solutions so you can transform your dog's behavior with ease. So let's jump right into it. When we talk about distractions, the main thing I hear when I work with families like, oh, my dog is great indoors, but outside they're not doing so hot. So let me walk you through the 4 things that you're going to want to do. Some of these you may find a little surprising, but let's just jump right into it. So, first and foremost, believe it or not, you want to establish a strong bond with your dog from the start. So, spending quality time with your dog, at play exercises, showing them affection. So, what's going to happen is the connection is going to make it easier for your dog to trust you. So, when there are distractions and you call them to you, they will come. If you think about it, when our kids are small, right, and say they're like in those ages of 1 and 2, they're toddlers and walking. If something's, we love on them all the time, but when something scary happens, what do? They come, they run, they hold your leg and things of such like that. So just establishing a strong bond with your dog is going to be key. It's never too late. If you have a puppy, definitely start that ASAP so that they understand, expectations and what to expect. Step 2, consistent training, believe it or not. So, consistent training is going to keep your dogs packed. So, the key here is you want to start your training in a distraction free environment and gradually introduce some distractions while reinforcing, the good behaviors and such. So, you want to make training very, rewarding, make it so that they enjoy it. And so when you're training a dog, you're establishing boundaries, you're communicating with them, you are essentially showing them affection too. But just by doing consistent training each day, your dog will start to focus on you when there are distractions around. Number 3, engaging in mental stimulation, believe it or not. I always say, I talk to my families, a tired dog is a good dog, even in distracting situations. You want to think about this, especially when you're out and about with your dog and things as such. If you're going to be like at your kids' game and things, you want to give your dog something to do, whether you're tossing treats to search or you're giving them a mental stimulation puzzle before you leave out. So that way, when you're dealing with distractions, they're tired, they don't care about them. They're like, whatever, because their brains already, did all that brain work. So make sure that you're engaging your dogs before you go out into that distracting environment. Step number 4. This one is probably the most important. Controlled exposure to distractions, right? That's a crucial part of training. Remember how I said a lot of families will say, oh, my dog listens indoors and not outdoors? That's because when you start anything indoors, there's not much going on. But then a lot of times, we'll take them downtown from inside. You may live in the suburbs and take them to the that's too big of a jump for a dog that's not been around many distractions. So you want to make sure that the exposure is controlled. If you live in an environment where there's not much going on, you don't want to take your dog to even the town. Maybe start off with a trail where there's not much going on. And then once they're comfortable with the trail, maybe you go somewhere where there's a little bit more distraction, but you don't just want to go from a suburbs to New York City. If you get my drift. So make sure that the exposure is going to be controlled. And those are the 4 steps that you're going to use to get your dog to listen no matter what when there's distractions around. So just to run through, you want to make sure you're establishing a strong bond with your dog, consistent training, 5 to 15 minutes a day. That's it. 3, engaging with mental stimulation. And last but not least, make sure that you're with your dog in a controlled environment and exposing them gradually to distractions. So whether you're taking your dog for a walk or you're training them or in a chaotic environment, make sure you follow these 4 steps and you'll be A-OK. Be sure to join us next week with another great topic. If you have questions, drop them in a comment. You can always listen to us as well on any podcast platform, Spotify, Stitcher, at Positive Dog Training Convos. And I will see you next week with another great topic. Bye.